So I've paused my process here just to show you something. I don't know if you can see, but this is going to be the table I'm thinking, which is the top of the gem, and the culet, or the bottom of the gem, the bottom tip will be in there somewhere. So you can picture kind of a triangle coming down with its point down there. And just below where I've ground down the gem, I noticed a pretty good flaw that I don't know if you can see here. Actually, I can see it with my eye, but just barely. I don't think the camera, cheap cell phone camera, can pick it up. But in any case, you can see how I'm preforming this amethyst. It's a good deal smaller than it was, and I'm giving it more or less something a little like the shape it's eventually going to have. While I was doing it, I'd like to say that I never let go, or I never lost the stone, except I'd be lying, because I lost it a couple times. So, you know, some people might say I'm an idiot for doing it this way, and they're probably right, but I don't have a grindstone or a grinder. I just have this. That's all I got. So some people would say I'm wasting the diamond lap. Others would say, well, of course you lost the stone. You didn't have it inside. You didn't have it dopped up and in the quill. Anyhow, like I said, 2 amateur faceters, 3 opinions. I like to make my videos about 4 minutes long when I do these things. So in addition to trying to show you what's happening here, I can also introduce you to some of the equipment that's pretty standard on a faceter's table, amateur faceter's table. We got some WD-40 for things getting jammed up and what have you. Some maximum strength acetone as a solvent, which you'll see later, where it's going to be important for dissolving glues that we use to attach gems to dops. You get to build a lot of new vocabulary if you get into this stuff. So this is a dop for a larger stone. At some point we're going to fix this current stone for the dop. You can see an amethyst I had been working on earlier. Maybe that's a little anticlimactic to show you that, but someone was standing over my shoulder helping me with this in a class. So I also paid more for this rough. So this is first amethyst, nope, second amethyst I've cut on my own, but not that one. A couple of other stones sitting there and various kinds of dops we can talk about later. Got some rough there, some big chunks of quartz, and then some smaller pieces of rough I don't dare work with yet, like garnet, sunstone, tiny little piece of tourmaline in here. Anyway, so yep, beginnings of my rough collection. I guess I'm already bollocksing up the little notes in there. Anyhow, alcohol, rubbing alcohol, an alcohol lamp, which you'll see we're going to use in dopping process to, particularly when we're detaching dops, since I don't use wax yet. Haven't gotten to that stage of experimentation. You know, that's the traditional substance of choice. Everyone has a different way of doing things, as I said. Okay, paper towels. We go through lots and lots and lots and lots of paper towels. They're very, very handy to have around. The piece of equipment itself cost me $1,500 on eBay. So brand new, there's some $4,500 or $5,500 if you buy the newer model directly from the store. Another thing people say you shouldn't do is buy a used one. So I'm basically doing everything wrong that I possibly can. This stuff that accrues here in this drip pan, so I'll pull this off not while it's turning. I did that actually momentarily. I put my finger in there while it was turning, and yeah, it'll cut your finger pretty good. Luckily, it wasn't turning very fast. So I've got this standard situation of a tube coming off of the machine down into, as you can see, is a milk jug, 1 gallon milk jug. And so when we get a certain amount of this stuff, since it doesn't drain very efficiently, I kind of encourage it to drain down into the milk jug as it's doing. All right, so when we come back, I'll show you some more.